Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Olivia Bunga, attendance number 11 from ETM class 2. Today, I would like to present my middle project about total physical response. So this video was recorded on April 23, 2026. So in this presentation, I will explain the concept, characteristic, and also my personal opinion about this method. So, what is total physical response or TPR? So, TPR is a teaching method that combines language with physical movement. So, in this method, students respond to the teacher's instructions using actions. So, they not only listen but also actively participate in the learning process, of course. In my opinion, this method is interesting because it allows students to understand the language first before they are required to speak. And also, total physical response was introduced by James Asser in the 1960s. So his theory is based on how children learn their first language, where they usually listen first before they start speaking. He believed that physical movement can help students understand and remember more actively, especially in the earlier stage of learning. Alright guys, we should know the main idea of TPR is learning by doing. So in the classroom, the teacher gives instructions and the students respond through actions, of course. For example, the teachers give a command and students immediately follow it physically. So students are not forced to speak at the beginning, which helps reduce pressure and makes them feel comfortable. And then, in my opinion, this approach is effective because a student can understand meaning directly without too much explanation. Next, there are several important characteristics of TPR. First, it focuses on listening skills, especially in the early stage of learning. And second, it uses physical movement as part of the learning process, so students are more active. And the third, it creates a fun and interactive classroom environment, so which can increase students' motivations. Another important point is that this method helps reduce student anxiety. So, these characteristics make TPR very suitable for beginners, and then because it builds understanding before speaking. For example, instead of using very basic commands, the teacher can use daily activities that are more related to students in real life. So, for instance, the teachers can say, brush your teeth, drink water, or open your book. So, and students respond with actions, of course. So, these activities are more meaningful because students are already familiar with them in their daily life. So, they can connect the language with real situations. So, this make learning more effective and easier to they remember. In addition, I also have an idea to develop TPR by combining it with music. So, in this activity, students listen to a simple English song, repeat the lyrics, and move past on the meaning of the words. So, for example, if the song says, clap your hands, students will clap their hands. So this activity combines listening, speaking, and physical movement at the same time. From my perspective, combining TPR with music can make the learning process more enjoyable and less boring. it also helps students remember vocabulary better because they learn through rhythm and repetition. So I think it is important for teachers to be creative when using TPR so the activity does not become repetitive and students stay engaged. And then TPR has several advantages. So first, it is easy to understand, especially for beginners who are still learning basic vocabulary. And the second, it supportive active learning because students are directly involved in the activity, not just listening. And then, in my opinion, this method also helps improve long-term memory because students learn through action, not only through explanation. So another important advantage is that it reduces students' anxiety, like before I say, and then so they feel more relaxed and then confident during the learning process. However, TPR also has some limitations. It is not very suitable for advanced learners because it mainly focuses on simple instructions and basic vocabulary. It is also difficult to use for abstract concepts such as opinions, feelings, or complex ideas. In addition, if the teacher is not creative, the activity can become repetitive and less interesting. Therefore, in Therefore, TPR should be combined with other teaching methods to make learning more complete. Alright, in conclusion, total physical response is a method that helps students learn through action and focuses on listening before speaking. So it is especially effective to beginners because it creates fun and then low stress learning environment. Personally, I feel that this method match my teaching styles because I prefer active and engaging learning. So I also really enjoy music. So I believe this method is very suitable to be combined with songs to make learning more interesting. In the future, I would like to apply this method in my classroom, of course, and develop it in more creative ways. So, that's all for me. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.